Man. What's going on, Hannah? Goddamn it, man, this shit got me hot, man. I mean, it's two things that really got me hot, man. It's the blatant disrespect, man. Like the blatant disrespect, outright disrespect of our people and our culture. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about whether H&M putting little boys in, putting our children in shirts that say coolest monkey on the yard. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, talk about H&M, then, you know what I'm saying, niggas quick to run straight back in there and shop for their convenience. And that's why we ain't never got nowhere. That's honestly why we ain't never got nowhere. You understand? Here we got Gucci. I'm talking about Gucci have gone so far as to design away from putting logos on their shit because they knew that's what we wanted back in the 90s, early 2000s. You couldn't hardly find no shit with no Gucci print on there. You know what I mean? Now, you know, because we buy more of their shit than Italians do, than the French do, than the British do. Now they want our business so much they went and got Dapper Dan to become a designer consultant. And still they coming with the monkey shit. Still they coming with the disrespect. Listen, man, I don't know how many of y'all know this. Our consumer base is the strongest and the largest consumer base in the world. $1.25 trillion. $1.25 trillion. I don't know how to accept your request, Tamika. I'm sorry, I really don't. I'm not as savvy on my technology shit. $1.25 trillion is what people of color, hip-hop, us, our people, the people who have the least amount of inclusion, the people who get the least amount of respect, we buy the most shit. You dig what I'm saying? So we don't have to force them to like us. We don't have to force them to accept us. But what we do have to do is stop spending our motherfucking money with people who gonna continue to give you their ass to kiss. Why in the fuck you do that? For what? For what? The only reason Gucci hot is because we made that shit hot. If we stop wearing that shit today, that shit tank, period. Ain't nobody trying to dress like nobody goddamn in the suburbs. Ain't nobody trying to dress like them little white boy, man, them who come up out of motherfucking Buckingham Palace. Ain't nobody want to dress like that, man. They want to dress like us. They want to dress like us. They want to wear their shoes like us. They want to wear their hats like us. You know what I'm saying? They want to dress like us. We run this shit, period. So if they don't respect us, our culture, our heritage, then why in the fuck are we spending money with them? What going on, Mila? I mean, that's just as real as it get. And I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck how cool you think you is, nigga. You are not above the movement. Whoever the fuck you is. You are not above the movement, partner. Now, you could choose, you know what I'm saying, to sit back. But when you have lines like this that's drawn in the sand, you're going to have to pick a side. You're going to have to pick a side. It ain't no gray area here. Either you going to support the motherfuckers who calling us coons and monkeys, or you going to stand over here with us and ride so they stop calling us coons and monkeys. Point blank, period. Ain't no other way. And it's real easy, nigga. It ain't like it's a shortage of brands for you to fuck with. It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, well, they the only ones that, nah, man, it's a bunch of fly shit, man. You drip everywhere, man. It drip everywhere. Right now, man, they're more independent luxury designer brands this harder than ever before. These motherfuckers just as hard as anybody else out there, bro. And I'm just sick of sitting back, man, just watching this shit happen over and 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 over again, man. I'm talking about from Waffle House You know what I'm saying? Waffle House, they motherfucking go choke slam little boys on their prom date. They go and goddamn roll around with a young lady, pulling her skirt up, damn near, you know what I'm saying, got all her business out in there and lock her up, treat her like she done did something so wrong just because she asked for some cutlery. You dig what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, every time y'all go and spend y'all money, man, knowing y'all ain't got it, we make the least amount of money but spend the most. Therefore, that means you make a sacrifice every time you go spend your money somewhere because you really need that money for something else. But you sacrificing that something else that you need and you spending your money with these brands, okay? So if Waffle House don't respect you coming in there and spending your motherfucking money, if they not gonna treat you no better than that and have their security handle you no better than that, then guess what? Stop shopping. And the police did do that at Waffle House, but guess who hired the police? Motherfucking Waffle House. Waffle House give the motherfucking police the orders to, if they off-duty police, the Waffle House got them in there. They got them in there for their protection. Okay? So they give them, they got their rules, their protocols and procedures of what the fuck is and should not be done. So if Waffle House is alright with that, then they don't fuck with us. And if they don't fuck with us, then why the fuck are we fucking with them? You know what I mean? Shit, man. And one of y'all niggas got a weed man. The weed man got there and do you wrong. You gonna stop calling his ass. You gonna stop calling him. You gonna find you another weed man. You dig what I'm saying? So why in the fuck it ain't the same with these motherfuckers? What's so motherfucking special about them? Man, you gonna have to demand your respect. Anything you allow a motherfucker to do, they gonna continue to do it. Anything you allow a motherfucker to do, they gonna continue to do it. And they ain't just doing it to you. What they doing to you, they gonna do to your daughters, they gonna do to your son, they gonna do to your granddaughters, they gonna do to your grandsons. It's up to you to stand up, man. It's up to you. It's up to you to make a motherfucking difference. You. The time is right motherfucking now. Am I gonna give all my Gucci away? I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. You know what I mean? Shit, I ain't gonna wear it. I tell you that. That shit'll grow motherfucking cobwebs. I ain't gonna motherfucking wear it. I tell you that. Until they goddamn make a legitimate effort. Take a legitimate step forward. Let me see if I can connect. How the hell do I? Here she go. Okay, I found out how to do it. Let me add Tamika in. That shit.
I think I'm on.
Okay, there we go.
I'm listening to you. You preaching. Go on, preach.
Man, these folk got me hot, man. They done pissed me off like on some real shit, man.
Man, it's all over. It's all over. I'm glad you mentioned that other corporations have done very similar things. That H&M monkey stuff. This whole idea of saying that people don't know what they're doing, we're not going for that because they're making millions of dollars, billions of dollars to know. And that just goes to show you that there's no diversity in these corporate offices where people are helping them decide what is good and what is not good for particular communities. They don't have respect for us because if they did, they would have folks in their marketing divisions that actually can be trusted by our communities that know our issues. And they claim that Gucci has a black creative. So that just goes to show you that all black folks also are not necessarily the ones that know our issues, you know. And that if you look at the pictures of blackface, Tip, like the red lips and all of that, it's not a mistake.
Nah, that shit ain't a mistake. They did that shit on purpose. And if they say they don't know and you, that shit is an excuse. If you don't know, then guess what? Why the fuck you ain't doing it to everybody then?
Exactly.
Huh?
Exactly.
Why they know?
Exactly.
Why y'all ain't got it twisted with the gays? Why y'all ain't got it twisted with the Jews?
They not.
Huh? Why y'all ain't got no derogatory images of no Asians? It's always us. You know why? Because they gonna goddamn handle that shit.
But it's because we allow it. We allow it because we'll be like, oh, I'm still going to buy my Gucci. Nah, like not this time. We're not taking the I'm sorry, I didn't know. Nah, you should have known. And not knowing is not enough. You should have known. You should be hiring people that know. If you don't know, then that's a problem. And why, like you said, is it that you only don't know what our communities? So we just got to get organized. You brought up the Waffle House with Shakisha Clemens. That's such an important case where the Waffle House literally doubled down and said we were okay with the fact that police abused this young woman for nothing. Her breast, her business, all out in the street. because she asked for some plasticware. These corporations don't respect us, even though, and we don't, I got to correct you, we don't spend 1.2 million. We spend $1.4 million.
Trillion.
That's how
With a
much.
T.
$1 trillion, $1 trillion in the economy. We spend the most money, but yet we get the least respect.
Absolutely. And the reason we get the least respect is because we just got there, man. As soon as they open their door, we beating them down, getting in there, man, kicking holes in the motherfucking cash register, trying to throw money in. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right. That's
You
right.
got
And
to,
we do that. We do that because we're so traumatized in our communities. We just looking for something to make us feel better, to make us look good with all of the trauma and the shit we have to deal with every day. But as soon as somebody disrespects us, we got to shut them down. And we cannot let Gucci just be an example of how you fuck us over and then you say sorry and then we supposed to go back to wearing their stuff. Nah, I wear Gucci all the time. I'm personally angry about this.
man, I spend at least 1.5 in that motherfucker every year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gifts, personal items for myself, all kinds of shit. It's as simple as this, man. The problem we have in our community, whether it's fucking policemen, education system, it all goes up to the politicians. The corporations control the politicians. If apartheid didn't stop in Africa because they just wanted it to, it stopped because those students at the AU said, we're not flying Delta, we're not drinking Coca-Cola unless you stop supporting apartheid. And that's how it stopped. The same situation happened here today. Okay? It's genocide on the streets with the police shooting our children and getting away with it. We can't speak to the police and get no action. You know what we can do? We can stop supporting the corporations who invest in the campaigns for these politicians, and then guess what? They gonna come and ask us what they can do to make it right.
That's right. You know,
but until we do that, they ain't gonna do shit.
They're not gonna respect us. There were people on my live asking me, why didn't I challenge artists like you and others who participated in activities last weekend around the Super Bowl? Like, why was that okay? And what we have been very clear about is that we are not working with the NFL, but that people, when there's something coming through a particular city and there's money to be made, that we ought to make that money. So if there's going to be,
man, absolutely. And you know why? And you know why? Because when matters come up in these communities, this shit come out my pocket.
Exactly.
You understand that? Ain't no subsidization over here. I don't have no grants from no motherfucking federal or no state funding. I come out my own pocket to fund the movement and take care of shit that need to be handled. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't tell me where to go get that money. I'm not gonna go and take my sauce over there to the NFL just because they ain't respect my culture. They ain't respecting our people. Therefore, I'm not gonna go. They not invited to the barbecue. No seasoning on your chicken. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not bringing my sauce to your party. But shit, home, if I can goddamn go over here, it's a bunch of people coming in this goddamn city for the culture that I motherfucking built, that I helped put together. I'd be damned if a bunch of money come in this town and leave up out of here without me getting none.
And that's right. And that's why we support that. But at the end of the day, we don't rock with the NFL. That's the bottom line. This is not difficult. It's easy. We stand with Cap. He stood for us. And now here we have yet another situation where a corporation disrespects our community, and just saying sorry is not enough. So I feel like we have a responsibility now to put a call to action together so our people can get engaged. All of this celebrity, everybody who says that they down, this is a moment when we've got to show Gucci what it feels like to not respect us enough to know our communities and to know our
just
culture.
Stay out them motherfucking stove for 3 months.
Stay
One
out of
quarter.
That's right.
3 months. Stay your ass out of there.
Yeah.
Just stay out of there. Don't buy it. Don't wear it. Don't make sure it ain't in your video. If you're a DJ and you see that shit at a party, call his ass out. You know what I mean? Same thing for you, girl. That's the thing. It got to be from the top down. You understand what I'm saying? And when they feel it, they gonna rush to the table.
That's right.
Because
saying sorry is not enough. Like, there needs to be an investment in our communities and in the issues that we care about. You can't just be like, I'm sorry. Nah, we need to understand what is their commitment to now addressing the issues that blackface represents for us, because blackface represents the racism, the disrespect, the abuse, and the murder of black people. So now if you saying that you're sorry and you stepped into this, you stepped into it. Now we expecting them to show up, and we're going to put those demands out there for them to do it. Show us where the money is. Show us where the responsibility to our communities are. Because like you said, you invest a lot of money in the movement. Certainly every time I call, you always support us. So where are we getting that money from? It should be coming from people that we're spending our money with.
That's right.
Straight up.
Absolutely. If you so sorry, you know what I mean?
So
Show
sorry.
me you sorry with your bankroll, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's
I mean,
right.
that's the only, I think inclusion is the only way to show that you are truly remorseful for your actions. Because that shit wasn't no motherfucking mistake.
That's right. It wasn't a mistake. We want to know who's in their diversity office, who's on their board, who's in their marketing division. We want to give them a blacklist rating. We want to know all up in their business. That's what we did with American Airlines. When my son and I were thrown off of the American Airlines flight, we went into those meetings saying, nah, don't pay us. Open your books. Let us see who you have on your payroll. And we found out they didn't really have a lot of black folks in positions of leadership, and they've had to change all of that. They weren't doing any training. They're doing it now. So, and this was all because of a tragedy that we turned into an opportunity for our communities. We didn't just take the money under the table. You know, too many of that's the other part of this problem. That Gucci will go call a few of our so-called leaders and cut a deal on our backs. And then they'll come out and say, oh, everything is okay. Nah, we're not letting that happen. We on your ass.
That's mandatory, man. It's the same thing, man. You let a motherfucker take your lunch money in school, guess what? Tomorrow your ass ain't gonna have no lunch money. And the same thing up until you stand up and fight back. Until
right.
you fight back and you show that you're not standing for that shit, they gonna continue to try you, man.
That's
I
right.
said, goddamn, if you try, nigga, he don't say nothing, try him again.
So stay out for 3 months. That's your first call to action.
Yeah. Stay out of there, man. Stay out of there. And if you got some, you ain't necessarily gotta burn it. But don't wear it.
We can't wear our Gucci. Nah, not right
don't
now.
Wear it.
We got to. And this is Black History Month, dude.
It's Black History Month. Of all motherfucking months to do this shit.
We get one month that's not even 31 days. They don't even give us a full month.
Y'all think this
shit? With a sweater that's blackface.
You think this haphazard if you want to, man.
Nah.
This shit has been strategic.
We know better. Well, look, love to you, brother. Let's keep on educating our people, and we coming back with some call to actions. And not an apology is cool, but it's not enough.
Man, they already planned that apology. They knew they were gonna have to apologize when they put that shit out. They say, okay, we'll apologize. If they don't like it, we'll take it down, apologize, and we'll move on to the next thing.
Right, we moving on, but nah, we not moving on. Nope, not on my watch, and not on your watch. We a different generation. We not moving on. We want the smoke, right?
And if you wear that shit, you lame as hell. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh man, if I see somebody with some Gucci,
if you wear that shit, you lame as hell. You lame as hell, champ. I'm gonna tell you, I don't care how much money you got. Who you is, you already know I don't give a damn fuck back.
And look, in a time when you got a governor and an attorney general in the state of Virginia saying, in the Commonwealth of Virginia, saying we both wore blackface, and therefore neither one of them are qualified to hold those positions in that state. You got people who deep down in their heart, they think of us like that. They are freaking a part of a white nationalist society. The people who have killed our people, and Gucci is out here representing the same disrespect and abuse. Like, nah, we can't just sit by and watch that happen. We got to open up our eyes. This ain't about, like you said, the drip. The drip is cool, but the drips of our blood is
shit about what's in you. It's about what's in you. It ain't about what's on you. About what's in you. It ain't about what's on you. I don't give a fuck how fly a sweater or a suit or a jacket or some shoes is. I promise you, it wasn't shit till I put it on.
I know that. Well, then there's that. All right.
All right, sis. I'll holler at you. Love. Yeah, man. That shit had, hey man, the shit ran me hot, really because of how much money I spent personally in this shit. Shit ran me hot. So I'm just gonna let y'all know, man, I ain't fucking with it. You know what I mean? And if you fucking with it, you got there choosing to step over there with them. You know what I mean? Don't expect the goddamn, you know what I'm saying, have no Gucci on around me and I ain't saying nothing to you. I'm going to call your ass out. Period.